We've recently seen the new Lilandra Marvel Legends figure revealed in Paris, I believe, which I don't remember ever seeing any reveals coming from there. So, first time for that, and a first time for Lilandra getting a full figure in Marvel Legends. So, let's talk about that. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Strong Collectors Podcast. I'm your host, Dakota, here with my co host, Jordan. And today we're talking Lilandra and maybe a little bit of speculations of other figures to come. But anyway, first off, Lilandra. I think we've only really seen the screenshot of the figure. This is kind of the full figure of one of the teases that the team gave us during one of their previous live streams. They had a first-time figure in Marvel Legends, which they revealed during that live stream. That's what the fans voted for. Do you remember what that figure was? I remember what it looks like. I don't remember what her name is.
Wasn't it like that one Red Guard assassin person?
Yeah. I can't remember. I know she's supposed to be the last member from the Red Room that Black Widow is trained at.
I don't remember what her name was, but yes,
that figure. Was it. And then one of the other leaks, or not leaks, but teases they gave was a figure that was previously only released as a head. Mm-hmm. I think we were either between Lilandra or a Wolfsbane, but I think technically Wolfsbane actually came as a head and hands. So maybe that didn't actually count. So
how technical were they being with that?
Right. So we got Lilandra. She's the second reveal of that tease they gave. Mm-hmm. And then the last one that we don't know yet is a figure that was previously a exclusive. I don't know if it was specifically like a convention exclusive, like an SDCC. I think that's what they were going for. I doubt it would be
I feel like that's at least how I interpreted that.
Yeah, I don't think it was this was previously I don't know if it was a Walgreens exclusive and now we got Moon Knight on the retro card, technically, but I don't think that's what it is. I think it's more of a convention exclusive. So we'll talk Lilandra first. She's kind of got more of the armored up look. This is kind of how I imagine her. This is what I remember from kind of the cartoon, the animated series. She's got the cape. I know she kind of has other looks in the comics where she's more not armored up and no helmet. So she's got the just crazy hair that looks exactly like her helmet, which shout out to her for being hey, I need a helmet that looks like the exact shape of my crazy hair so it doesn't get smushed down. That's wild to me, but she did it. Which I guess that's kind of I always imagine.
That'd be a lot of hair to smush down. So, you need some accommodations at that point.
That's kind of how Wolverine does it too with his mat. Even though he's got the eye thing, those giant blue eyebrow things, but then he takes his mask off and then his hair is the same shape as that.
You think his hair is supposed to funnel into those?
That's how I always imagined it as a kid.
Really?
I'm sure that's probably...
I always imagined...
I don't think that's probably how it is, but that's just how I always imagined as a kid. It doesn't make any sense.
Who designs the X-Men suits? That's my question.
I don't know.
Does Professor X just have a guy?
It's kind of like
their personal tailor.
Invincible?
Because they've all, yeah, maybe. Well, because really, think about it. That was, for me, was always a weird thing about the X-Men is, they're the team, and I like it when they all have their unique costumes, but they all have, different costumes. There's those versions where they're, wearing uniforms. But this is a side tangent, but,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So with Lilandra, we've gotten some of the Starjammers. Think we're going to be rounding out any more space characters, or who do you think we would be rounding out?
I don't know. You think they would ever redo a Gladiator?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I think he's probably...
that old one is not great.
No, I agree.
I don't like that mold.
I hated that head.
Totally, yeah.
The head
I think they could improve
weird.
him. I think people like him quite a bit, so I would see that.
Give him some butterfly joints.
There you go. I'm trying to remember, because I mainly think of them with the Dark Phoenix saga, where they do this in the cartoon, I think, right? Where the X-Men have to fight them, and it's like a duel type environment. So I wonder how many of those, how deep they would get as far as
right
the like building out the Shi'ar guard.
Some people are wanting them to finish out the Starjammers, because you only really need 2 more characters for that. I think you need Hepzibah, the like white cat lady, and then I don't know what the ponytail eye patch guy is, but I think that's really the only 2 figures left for the Starjammers, at least that I know of the popular ones. And Lilandra, I don't remember if I mentioned it or not. Lilandra is supposed to be pinless, double jointed, everything. So that's a plus. I don't know. You're probably not planning on getting Lilandra, right? No. Okay, I didn't think so.
No.
I'm not planning on it either. I wonder what she's going to come with, because they only showed like just the single figure. They didn't show any accessories or anything. Hopefully she would come with like an extra head, like an unhelmeted
she's got like
head.
A spear or something.
That's what I was thinking too, like the spear.
Or like a staff of some kind.
Yeah. Because I thought she had that in the show too. But I don't know. I just imagine like, she's like, shh. But.
Right.
Outside of Lilandra, getting into that last tease that we had during the live stream, the figure that only came out during or within a convention exclusive.
Yeah.
Jordan, you know and I know. I've been saying it every episode since the beginning. We got to be getting a new Dread Knight coming soon. Right. And he was only a part of that Raft box set. So I think he's coming in that retro Iron Man card wave. If I'm wrong, who else do you think we would get, Jordan?
What about an Elsa Bloodstone?
Ooh, that is a good guess. I like that.
Because she was in the A-Force pack, right? And that's the only time we've had her.
That's true.
Unless I'm mistaken, but...
That A-Force pack is a lot of only one time. Like her, we've only ever gotten that one comic Sif.
Yeah, Sif.
We've only ever gotten that one Singularity. And then now we just got a new Monica Rambeau, and they've made other She-Hulks. So, yeah, a few females there. Another one, I think in that same box set that Dread Knight came in was also a Purple Man.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And we haven't gotten him, which I'm honestly kind of shocked by, because that seems like such a simple repaint of just take any, I mean, not any, but a suited body, take a head you already have and paint it purple. Boom.
You got it.
So, and I mean, that seems like you could just do like a Mr. Negative Man repaint to make it a Purple Man. Is that what's his name? Mr. Negative? Negative Man?
Mr. Negative?
Mr. Negative Man? Is that what I said?
Mr. Negative Man.
Anyway.
That might have been a name he like on his board when he was workshopping it. Like, Mr. Negative Man?
Just Mr. Negative.
Mr. Negative.
I think there was like a Thor box set that came out. There was like a bunch of like Asgard type characters where it had Thor, it had Ulik, and then I can't remember the other figures that came in that wave or that like set. But I think those would but those also seem very specific. Ooh, I think a lot of people would like this one. What about a Blastar?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He goes for pretty high. I think he's like one of the higher figures I know of. That's like just a single non-build-a-figure figure.
I forgot about him.
I did too. I wonder if Hasbro did. Maybe Hasbro's sitting on a Blastar right now. Which, like, I would be a little bit surprised. The only reason I could see them remaking it is just because he's expensive now. But what is he? I don't even know what he's from. So
I really don't know. Character. I wouldn't know about him outside of the Legend figure.
Yeah.
Probably. So maybe.
Yeah.
I would personally lean towards. I would honestly rather have my Elsa Bloodstone, but
yeah, I get you.
For your sake, Dakota, I
finally shut me up.
The Dread Knight. Yeah, get you to move on, find a new obsession. But I think Dread Knight would be cool too.
I think if Hasbro made a Dread Knight and they put Sabretooth on the Caliban body, I don't know what else there is for me to talk about. So
just
ride off into the sunset and then call it a day.
You've done it, Hasbro. Yeah, I don't know who else. I'm trying to think of other exclusives.
I think the only other one I can think of right now is the comic Ghost that was in the Thunderbolts box set. And that's
I don't see that one being a
no,
hit.
I don't think so either, but that's just one of those like crazy rare ones. Like I don't think he's super expensive. Like he's probably 50 or less. But I've never seen him, I don't think, once in the groups. And I think it's like the only time I've ever seen somebody post about him is like, oh, hey, remember that they made this figure? And I had no idea. I had to look it up. But yeah, I think that is all the con exclusive ones. Unless, I mean, I'm sure we're forgetting something, but I don't think so.
I guess I would say those are probably the most likely.
Yeah, true.
I think. Because, I mean, I'm sure there might be a couple deep cuts, but...
Yeah. And I think it would be hugely disappointing if they were like, oh, it's actually this other figure that wasn't a convention exclusive. It was a Walmart exclusive. And it's like, who cares?
What? Yeah, that'd be lame. I feel like they have to have meant a con exclusive.
Yeah. But I think the only way they could pull that off is like... And then this actually could be what it is too, because we have the like leak that there's going to be a 3-pack of Nick Fury, Dum Dum Dugan, and Sharon Carter, and Dum Dum was a Toys R Us exclusive.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that would be like a store exclusive that I would still be excited because I still want that figure, but I'm not going to buy that old one because we've got a new one coming. If you've got that old one, jump ship. New one's on the horizon.
Sell.
But yeah, I think you would have to be within that like Toys R Us exclusive phase for it to be even like remotely not disappointing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I would lean towards it's probably going to be, obviously I think it's going to be a Dread Knight. I could see Elsa Bloodstone being somewhat likely. I wouldn't say that's as like a 10 out of 10 that's for sure happening as I am with Dread Knight. I think Purple Man might be a little bit more likely.
Yeah.
Because he was just in, what was that, Devil's Reign? Is that when Kingpin becomes mayor and like brainwashes New York? Mm-hmm. He's in that story. And I don't know, like Elsa Bloodstone's not really in much stuff, is she? I mean, she's
nothing I know of. I mean, I guess. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I would like to see some more with her in it. So maybe I'll have to, because I think I've looked actually in the Marvel Unlimited app and she's just in like a one shot during something. I don't remember what. But
yeah. Yeah, I think she usually, again, is another one that kind of like features in other stories more so has been my exposure to her showing up. But
which I'm surprised Marvel didn't try to like capitalize on the Werewolf by Night special last year and make like an Elsa Bloodstone, even just a mini series to try it out or throw her in with another group. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I'd say that's a pretty good list we've got. Like always, though, I'm sure we forgot something. There was some exclusive out there that was so exclusive, we forgot about it. Let us know in the comments what that is. And what do you think is the most likely there? Because I think my most likely is Dread Knight. Jordan's most hopeful is Elsa Bloodstone. We'll see. I think mine kind of killed two birds with one stone with our retro Iron Man leak and
that's true, because then they don't have to do both.
True. Well, I mean, they didn't.
Or I'm saying they wouldn't have to be like, here's just a one-off,
right?
Exclusive character unless it was a wave. But
yeah. All right.
Who knows?
Let us know what your thoughts are. I'm curious because I always forget something, and then you guys say it in the comments, and I'm like, oh, yep, you're probably right. I've been wrong this entire time. So leave us a comment. Make sure you're liking the video. Share it with your friends. Go get a Strong Collectors t-shirt. And until next time, stay strong.
But I feel like Gladiator for sure.
I can't remember what his name was, but he's in those episodes. And I don't know if he's like Black Tom's brother or something like that, but the Red Guard or Red... I think it's like Red Name. Like his name is kind of like Black Tom. He's like Red John or something like that. I don't think it's Red John, but...
It's something like it.
I think so. I don't know. I'm going to look it up. I'll cut this part out.
I'm not sure who you're talking about.
He's got kind of like the bondage-looking straps for chest and the horns. Red. Maybe it's not red.
Eric the Red?
Yep. That's who it is. Eric the Red.
Oh, boy. Oh, my. Look at that suit.
So,
something.
It's kind of what I was saying. His little bondagey.
Right. Definitely looks kinky.
Right. So,
all right.
I don't know. You think we'd get one of those in Marvel Legends?